Subspace. This is not the first time that we've been hearing this associated with SafeMoon, especially from the CEO. So, what exactly is it? How could it potentially be playing a role with that of SafeMoon itself? We're going to go ahead and talk about that. And if you guys are new to the channel, just so you guys know, as I always say, I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I'm sharing is my own opinion, it's my own research. I encourage you guys to go do additional research on your own. And feel free to subscribe if you guys like the content. And if you can, don't forget to hit the thumbs up like button. So let's go ahead and get right on into this. This was actually shared over on the SafeMoon subreddit. It says, John said Subspace this SafeMoon Sunday. I Googled blockchain Subspace and stumbled upon this. So then you guys see this little icon right here. And down in the comments below, somebody said that was on the picture that was posted a few months back with the SafeMoon gear that everyone was debating about the date, and it turned out to be September 12th. What they are referring to is more specifically this post right here. So this was posted back on June 19th over on the SafeMoon Twitter account, and the image says SafeMoon Survival Kit. And if we just go ahead and zoom in on this a little bit more, you guys can see that there is what looks to be what they're referring to right over here on the right side for the subspace. But if you ask me, I think this looks a little bit more prominent for that of a mesh network. However, I decided to do a little bit more deep dive investigating and see if there was maybe a relationship between that of the mesh network and subspace. I mean, you can also see the icon right here across. Well, I got to scroll on over now. There's a little bit of something that's going on side of the helmet there. So maybe that's what they're trying to refer to in regards to this image here, which I don't know. Would you guys say that it is with that or not? Maybe, right? Then people are also saying, oh, September 12th, because, a lot of places, they use this as a date. It would be December 9th, 2021. Obviously, the 21 suggests that it's this year, right? But then you could also say that this is in reverse, September 12th, which seems to be more probable when they actually made this post, just because of the fact that a lot of the dates are based off of how they post things in the United Kingdom from the team. And so this would have suggested that in just another 6 days, something would be dropping. Now, what is that something? We know that the wallet was supposed to have launched already. That could have been potentially like, hey, we're moving faster than scheduled. Let's go ahead and try and get this thing out. Maybe that's their own personal set deadline. I don't know. But we have 6 days to potentially see if something is going to drop. And if the wallet drops on that specific day, it's going to create a whole bunch of conspiracies. People are going to say like, hey, look, this is another reason why the wallet never actually came out when it did, because they never actually intended it. They had it planned out for that date this whole time, and they're messing with us, and they lied, blah, 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 right? Could also just be strictly coincidental. But we'll have to wait and see what it is that's going to happen, if anything's even going to happen on that date. So let's go ahead and go a little bit more into the depth of the subspace stuff. So one of which you can come across is this website right here, Subspace, a free and fair blockchain for all. Subspace is a next generation blockchain that allows anyone to participate in consensus without having to buy special hardware, burn electricity, or purchase a coin. I'm going to read off a little bit more on this first. Let's just look at the general description of subspace. So subspace is a space that is wholly contained in another space, or whose points or elements are all in another space. And science fiction, a hypothetical space-time continuum used for communication at a speed faster than that of light. So if we actually look at the history on Discord from the CEO, where he mentioned subspace, this was back on August 22nd. He said it 2 different times. First time, all he said was just subspace. That was it. And then somebody else said he hacked the space-time continuum, and he responded, subspace communication. I'm pretty sure he meant subspace continuum as well, because we just talked about this right here. A hypothetical space-time continuum. But he said, well, maybe he meant communication. Anyways, so to me, this is also similar to what we're seeing over for Subspace Labs. So I decided to combine the search directory for that of Subspace as well as Mesh Network. And right off the bat here, Subspace Labs' goal, Subspace Network is a decentralized internet solution that takes advantage of extra space across different devices, such as your phone. It pays out to the users who rent out their leftover virtual space and create a secure mesh network for users wishing to rent out persistent decentralized storage. And just scrolling down, we can see a little bit more here how it works. Hosts share free space on their devices to earn credits. Developers use credits to reserve space for their apps. App data is stored on devices instead of in a data center. So when you talk about mesh networks, the idea behind that also includes the IoT, the Internet of Things. And we're talking about using your phone's extra storage space, right? So I think what is potentially on the table here, this is just a theory, guys, but with the introduction over to the Gambia and the potential expansion in Africa and the freedom of the unbanked, mesh networks, the Internet of Things, it could potentially create an opportunity where people that live out in like rural areas, maybe you're out on the farmlands, that kind of a thing, as long as you have a phone, by using the mesh network, by using Subspace, you can be able to do transactions without needing direct internet access because you can have different waypoints, essentially almost acting as nodes. And so, anyone can be able to do transactions from essentially anywhere. And I really think that something like this would be amazing if it actually comes to fruition. Whether or not it's going to happen, I don't know. But I'm piecing together all the pieces that I've been following with SafeMoon, with all these little hints and the posts that they've done. And you guys know I talk about this stuff all the time. And this just seems like it meshes literally together really well with what the vision is and what the plan is that they've been talking about for these things. So that'd be really darn cool. What do you guys think about that? Be sure to let us know in the comments down below. Proof of stake just helps the rich get richer. In the beginning, anyone could mine Bitcoin. And this is also talking about the avoidance of burning electricity. See this? That allows anyone to participate in consensus without having to buy special hardware, burn electricity, or purchase a coin. And so when people are complaining, like Elon Musk complains, about Bitcoin and people say, oh, Bitcoin, look at how much it's damaging the environment, this and that, right? So using the opportunity of Subspace could be very beneficial. And so here's just a couple examples of these right here. Subspace is the first proof of capacity blockchain that resolves the farmer's dilemma. Farmers must decide whether to allocate scarce storage resources towards either maintaining the chain state and history or maximizing the amount of space they pledge towards consensus. Rational farmers will always choose the latter, at best becoming light clients, while at worst encouraging pooled farming under a few trusted operators. So this isn't exactly completely new, by the way, of taking advantage of your extra space. There is a cryptocurrency called Filecoin. It's funny. I was just thinking the whole time as I'm talking, I'm like, hey, I hope that I remember it. And I just now did. So Filecoin is something I looked into before it actually like super blew up. And it sucked because I didn't have a way to be able to really purchase it at the time legally. And so I didn't end up doing it. And then it ended up blowing up a ton. You can get Filecoin over on Coinbase and stuff. You guys can look into it. But taking advantage of that extra free space, a lot of people are looking into that kind of stuff. Filecoin is a good example where there's a lot of people that do support the idea. So let's see how this continues to play out. Let me know your guys' thoughts. I got referral links in the description if you want to get free cryptocurrency or free stock. And if you're new, don't forget to hit subscribe. Hit the thumbs up like button as well. And feel free to share the video. Thank you guys, and I will see you in the next episode.